Welcome back to the PCMR podcast, where we talk about movies, TV shows, comic books, and video games, and other things that don't really matter, because this is a podcast
That's what we do.
about things that do not matter, because nothing matters. We're all going to die eventually. Nihilism! Hooray! I am your host, Aidan Mungai, joined by my co-host, Brett Page.
Hello.
We've got a lot of news to talk to you about this week. We missed a week, so there's a bit of news we've missed.
We apologize for that, but now we're living together. We are in a house where we both reside. So hopefully we're going to be able to record earlier. We're going to get back on schedule.
Get back on schedule.
Off schedule with my uploads.
We have.
And I don't think either of us have really cared because we've both just been too busy to care that much.
There's not enough of you to care. Like, that's a problem. Like, you need to care enough to build up an audience, but without an audience, it's hard to care.
Yeah, and without care, it's hard to build an audience.
It's a catch-22.
It's a vicious cycle.
That's how they get you. This bloody podcast game. It's a pyramid scheme. Except we're not really losing money, but we're not really making money either.
We kind of are.
Oh, we're losing money.
We pay for the equipment. We pay for hosting.
The hosting. Okay, it is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
it's a complete pyramid scheme.
Fucking iTunes. Fuck you, Apple.
All right. Do you want to get into some news? Talk about some newsy stuff.
Yeah, some newsy stuff.
Alrighty, here's the stuff I've written
I keep
down.
going to say newsy type stuff and things, but I'm like, no, we are not Philip DeFranco.
No. Okay. Brett, you know the New Mutants.
Sure.
They're like the mutants, except newer.
Yeah, of course. The New Mutants.
Apparently
it's all in the name.
Apparently they're getting a movie. That's coming out, I believe, next year or 2019.
Yeah, didn't X-Men recently just release all the titles of their upcoming movies?
Yeah, so there's going to be Deadpool 2, New Mutants, and X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yes.
So we're getting like 3 X-Men movies, I think, in the same year. It's either next year or the year after.
Do you think Dark Phoenix is just them trying to make up for how much
it's
they
entirely
fucked up the Phoenix saga?
Trying to make up for X-Men 3. So
yeah.
Whether they can do that, maybe. I don't know.
They're going to give it a red hot go.
Who's directing Dark Phoenix? Because I think Bryan Singer's out. He's done.
Yeah, finally.
Oh,
didn't we just watch a trailer or something that Bryan Singer was doing?
Yeah, he's directing the pilot episode for the TV show, X-Men TV show. But then I think he's done after that.
Well, good. Because he needs to step away from X-Men.
He does. Like, you've done enough. Thank you, but you've done enough.
Yeah, X-Men 1, X-Men 2, they were good movies, you know? They were what started the superhero revolution we're seeing on movies right now, I would say. Then he also did Days of Future Past, didn't he?
Yeah, which was good, pretty good.
Yeah,
but Apocalypse was a bit like, okay.
He did that too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't do First Class, did he?
No, that was Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah.
Same guy who's did Kingsman and Kick-Ass and all that.
Yeah.
Well,
it was good. Because it wasn't
good.
Bryan Singer.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of New Mutants,
we actually were going to talk about
casting for 2 of those. Anna Taylor-Joy has been cast as Magic.
She was the girl in Split.
Yes.
And The Witch, if you watch it, which you should because it's a great movie.
I have not seen The Witch. I hear good things.
I'll
probably get round to it.
It's based in like 1800s, like just post-colonization America.
Oh, okay.
To the point where the parents are talking about when they used to live in England. And it's like, I'd say the dialogue is very accurate to how people spoke back then. They couldn't understand half what they said. And I'm like, I don't know. I know it's English, but I don't really know what they're saying, so I guess it's accurate. So
one would hope so.
Great movie.
Yeah, she has been cast as Magic. And Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones.
From Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
It's like Game of Thrones, but crossed with the Hulk.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. It's the Hulk version of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Someone needs to make a cover for that. That'd be a good bit of fan art there.
About to say, this would be good if we were a popular podcast, and if we were a popular podcast, we'd have
make
fans.
A
like, let's make fan arts, Game of
Yeah.
Thrones. But we don't. We don't have people that dedicated.
House banner. Ours is the Smash. I don't know.
The Smash. Okay.
She has been cast as Wolfsbane.
Wolfsbane. I know I've heard of Wolfsbane.
See, I think I've seen like pictures of Magic. She's like got like a little crowny thing and a big old sword. I think. So it seems like these new like X-Men movies are toying with introducing the concept of like magic and aliens. Because I guess now that like the rest of Marvel, like the MCU stuff, is like, yeah, there's magic and yeah, there's aliens, they're all fine. X-Men are finally kind
They're
of
like, oh fuck, we're lagging behind.
I guess we do magic now, so
Well, fuck it.
I guess so. I guess there's
Fuck it.
magic. I guess there's magic in the X-Men universe.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
how would you? I don't even know how you would explain their powers if there wasn't magic. It has to be some sort of magic that gave them their powers, because like genetic mutations does not make the fucking Iceman.
sure it does. You know, fine. Like it. It's just a reason to tell a story. Like it doesn't matter where the powers come from. Like, do you really care? Do you really care what the scientific explanation is?
No, but
for-
if you think about it, of course there has to be magic in this world. Of course,
It doesn't
there
have to be magic. You could just say that science thing is how it happens. Like introducing magic is like an other thing. That's like something you can learn. No one learns how to be like a mutant. Like you learn how to control your mutant powers. Yeah, that's why they got that bloody wheelchair Baldy
they turned
school.
fucking Deadpool into a mutant, didn't they?
He had like latent mutant abilities that they extracted via
Wasn't the
torture.
idea of that experiment
Hmm?
they did on him that everyone has like a dormant mutant gene in them? Wasn't that the idea of it?
Oh, not everyone, but like a lot of people do. So they'll torture you until it like reveals itself, or you'll die. And they're like, well, he died. Guess he wasn't a mutant. Oh well. That's basically what they were doing in that movie, as far as I understood.
I thought, the way I saw it, maybe I'm not remembering it correctly, is just everyone in general just has the dormant mutant gene.
Mm.
Whatever. We're getting too specific.
Doesn't- yeah,
We're getting nitpicky.
Doesn't matter at all. But yeah, I'm
Aiden,
I'm
this is a
confused.
podcast about things that don't matter.
That's true.
At
None of this
all.
matters.
No, nothing matters, and we're all going to die.
Yes. But I find it interesting that now they're finally going like, and aliens and magic. That exists now. That's what
Yeah.
we deal with.
Yeah, why not?
Like there are other things apparently that like Fox has in there. Apparently Sword. Do you know the organization Sword in the Marvel comics?
Yeah, not a clue.
They're like Shield but for space. They're like Shield NASA.
Shield and sword. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So like Shield is like
it took me longer than I'm willing to admit to
terrestrial
make the
stuff.
association.
Yeah. But yeah, like apparently Fox owns the rights to Sword, which
Oh,
is one of those things like with them owning the rights to like the Watchers, which I guess now they share with Marvel. It's one of those things where I've always been like, are you
Why?
ever going to do anything
Yeah.
with Sword? Are you really going
Yeah.
to do something with Sword?
Like,
And they'd just be like,
why
no.
just keep it there when you?
yeah, like
They would make more money selling the rights back to Marvel.
yeah,
They'd
they
make
would.
more money.
Because they are never going to think of a way to be like, and then the X-Men go to space. I don't know. Like, they're not going to do that.
Yeah, they have to. Fox has to get the basics right before they can do ridiculous shit like Marvel
They are
does.
too obsessed with trying to do the Dark Phoenix saga, or like these old, like, 80s big X-Men arcs that no one really cares about anymore.
Yeah, well,
They've just been obsessed with doing those. So they're never gonna get the sword.
you're right, aren't Yeah, they did the Phoenix Saga. They've done Apocalypse, which was
Now they're
Apocalypse
doing the
80s.
Phoenix saga again. They'll probably do Apocalypse again in 10 years' time.
Yeah,
Because it didn't get done right. It's gonna happen. I bet you. Within 10 years, X-Men will redo Apocalypse. There'll be new cast. There'll be someone different. Fox will have another crack at it.
when I'm editing this, I'm gonna take out that soundbite
Mm.
and just save it for so long that in 10 years' time, when we have like flying cars and shit, probably not.
We're never gonna get flying
No,
cars.
we're never
No.
going to. I'm gonna pull out there like, hey, Aiden, remember when you said this?
And it will be true. And I'll be like sitting there going, yes, see? I'm very
I'm just
correct.
going to delete it if it's true. When if they announce, oh, we're redoing Apocalypse, like, okay, delete that file.
Mm.
I can't rub it in his fucking face.
Alrighty. Billy Crudup. Brett, do you know Billy Crudup?
Crudup? Are
Yeah.
you saying that right?
Billy, I don't know.
I thought it was
It's
Cruddock.
Cruduck? Is it
That's what I-
Cruduck or Crudup?
I thought it was Cruduck.
I've written Crudup.
I think you've written it wrong.
Well, let's consult the bones.
Consult the bone.
Yeah, the DCU Facebook page. CD, not CD, DC. DC Extended Universe. Do a little scroll.
Professionalism.
Billy Crudup. It's Crudup.
Really?
It is Crudup. Yeah.
Maybe I've been mishearing everyone for so long.
Maybe you have. Anyway, Billy Crudup, he played Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen movies.
That he did.
The one movie.
The movie.
The movie, the one
yes,
of them.
It didn't get a sequel.
They did the whole book. Like, what was there to do a sequel to? It wasn't until recently that DC was like, let's do some more Watchmen shit, eh? Let's make Dr. Manhattan the reason for Rebirth. Let's just fucking throw that shit out there.
Yeah.
Who cares what Alan Moore thinks? He's a crazy old wizard.
Yeah. I feel like they'd let Alan Moore write more Watchmen if Alan Moore would just come out of his fucking cave every so often.
Could you maybe come and write in the office? You know, we've got this nice place that...
No.
I live in the forest now.
No. Fucking spells and shit.
Is Fluk on hush flaka?
You're Sherlock Parks.
Guys, Alan is casting spells on us again. I think we'll leave him alone for another 3 months and we'll get back to him. Okay, bye, Alan. Bye.
You must consult the bones. Throwback.
Yeah.
Like 5 seconds ago.
Anyway, he left the Flash movie. He's the latest in a long line of people who've been leaving the Flash movie. So far, the first actor to leave because we've still got...
Everyone's leaving all the DC movies.
Oh, which reminds me, I have a little story that I've been wanting to tell you.
Yes! You mentioned this the other day. You're like, oh, wait for the podcast. We're always thinking about the content. You can't have a real friendship.
After this news story, I'll get to it. So yeah, he's left the Flash movie. So directors that have left, we had the guy, Seth Grahame-Smith, the guy who wrote Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. He was directing that for a while. He left. The guy who directed Dope, he was on there for a little bit, then now he's left.
I call the guy who directs Dope my weed dealer. I don't smoke weed, it's a joke. Mom.
What was that laughter? What are you, Michael Jackson? What are you, slapping your knee?
It's that, D's nuts. Got him. You know that?
What are you referencing memes on this podcast for?
It's a meme podcast now.
There are no memes. This is a no meme zone.
No meme zone.
No meme zone.
Should change that to a tagline. Hi, you're listening to the PCMR podcast, the no meme zone.
Do you think we're ever going to get this Flash movie? Do you think anyone will ever sign up to direct it?
Probably not. And it's disappointing because I like Ezra Miller and I like the idea of him as the Flash.
I know. He's good. And I'm also worried because there's that scene where Billy Crudup in Justice League. So does that mean that that's going to get reshot and that scene's not going to be in the movie now? Because that could very likely happen. Like, we see shit in trailers all the time that never ends up in the movie.
Rogue One is a huge example.
Rogue One, yeah.
Half the trailer
in
the movie.
No. There is a very, a high chance that what if he just got cut out of this movie? Like, also, there's also another high chance that this is just a rumor and it's bullshit and he's just, the schedule that they have at the moment, he's just like, look, I can't sign on definitely for a movie that I don't know when it's going to happen. You don't have a director yet. So maybe he's just like, he's getting a little bit, stir crazy.
Yeah, maybe he's just, dipping his feet in the water.
He wants some space to go and do other projects, but still, it's...
The fact that not committing.
There's this much disarray and distrust in Warner Brothers to actually get this shit together and make these films. Get your shit together. Get all your shit, grab it together,
put it in a bag.
Put it in a bag if you need to. Get it together. Anyway, the story I was going to say.
Yes, the story. I've been waiting
the other night
I
had a housewarming.
Yeah,
here.
We had a housewarming.
Yeah, we had a housewarming.
By the way, there's burns on the carpet there.
Yeah.
It's like more than one.
Yeah, we should put a carpet over that or something, a little rug.
They're so withholding something about Bond for that. I just wanted to point out live on air, well, not live on air, that it was not me because this is technically my bedroom. Technically not.
So yeah, I was hanging out here with Dane Simpson, friend of the podcast. And he was talking about when he used to live in America.
Oh, well, this after I left when you guys were
Yeah, it was after you left. He started talking about. So he used to live in America for like a year, and he worked at like a summer camp. You know how like Americans have summer camp. Yeah, he worked there. He was like a counselor, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what that's his actual
Yeah, he's a
day
social
job.
worker. Yeah,
Yeah.
like an actual job. Yeah. So yeah, he was working there as a counselor, and one of the kids, from one of the bunks that he was like in charge of, came up to him and complained that someone was smoking weed in like their little bunk thing.
Okay.
So he went over there and he's like, hey guys, if one of you is like smoking weed, maybe just, you come and talk to me and we can try and work this out, and you can maybe quit on, at least not smoke it in this little bunkhouse thing. And no one came forward, and the kid kept complaining that the place smelled of weed and that someone was smoking it. And then finally they caught a kid in a bathroom smoking it, and he had to have a chat with him. He's like, okay, cool, look, let's take you to the head counselor, the guy who's in charge of the camp. We'll talk to him for a little bit. We'll try and sort something out. Maybe you can figure out how to stop. So they take him there, and the guy's he's not having any of it. He's like, nope, this kid's got to go. You're kicked out. And the kid's like, well, I don't want to quit anyway. I don't want to stop smoking weed. Do you know who that kid was? Ezra Miller.
For real?
Yeah.
For real?
For real.
That kid was... He caught Ezra Miller smoking weed.
Ezra Miller. He caught the Flash getting high off some Speed Force dank.
For real?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe it.
No, completely true. 100% true.
I can't believe it.
100% true.
God damn.
Yeah. It broke my brain when I heard that.
What was it when Ezra Miller started to get famous and he just remembered him? Like, oh, I think it
was around when he was in Perks of Being a Wallflower. Like, he called up a friend of his.
Because that was his first big role.
Yeah, he called up a friend of his. Just like, hey, do you remember Ezra? And he's like, oh, the kid that's now in Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's like, yeah, I thought so. Okay. So yeah.
There you go.
Ezra Miller kicked out of
and hey, Wagga Wagga's second best podcast just stole that story before he could tell it.
Stole it straight up. I told him I'm taking that. I'm not gonna I'm crediting you, but I'm telling that story.
Imagine if you told it was you.
10 years ago when I was a child in charge of a summer camp.
Yeah, I was 13. I was in charge of a summer camp.
Yeah, no, there's no way I could make that believably my story. But
yeah, because Ezra Miller's our age.
Yeah, but I wanted to get your reaction to that, so I wanted it on mic. So
you're glad that I slept at my mum's place that night.
I am glad. I'm glad I got to because I was like, the second thing I said after you told that story, I'm like, I'm glad Brett is not here for this. Now I get to tell him. So yeah, there you go.
There you go.
It's a fun story.
There you go.
Our 2 degrees of separation from the Flash.
Yeah. Fuck. We have 2 degrees of separation from fuck.
We're almost the Flash. We're getting there.
We're two people away from being the Flash. I punched the keyboard. Bam.
Alrighty, what else have I got written down? Anyway, do you want to talk about that Netflix show?
Netflix.
Why don't you introduce that?
Yeah, so you all know the game The Witcher, which is quite popular. We haven't played it.
No.
But I know Jesse's played it.
Mm-hmm.
I know Catherine's played it. Who else do we know that's played it?
More first names of people.
I'm just thinking we know a lot of friends that played it. It's a popular game. That's the point I'm trying to get across there.
When we were at PAX, there was the Fallout versus Witcher debate. And we were there.
And how glad are you that I made you sit on the Fallout side with me now that you've played it?
Yeah, I'm Team Fallout, but I haven't played The Witcher yet. So maybe if I played The Witcher, I'd completely switch sides.
See, I just don't have time right now to invest 300 more hours of my life into an RPG.
Yeah, it's a big commitment.
Big commitment, and I work a lot these days. Beside the point, they're making a Netflix series of The Witcher.
Yeah, based off all the novels and short stories.
Yeah.
That could be interesting because I feel like Netflix doesn't really have a big fantasy drama thing.
No, it has quite a few sci-fi stuff. It's been going well on its sci-fi for a while now.
I think they have The Last Kingdom, but I haven't checked that out yet. They had Marco Polo, which I really enjoyed. So I'm hoping
watched it.
Oh, it's real good, even though it's just 2 seasons. I'd still recommend watching it just to, get a nice taste, a little taste.
Has it got more coming out, or have they stopped it now?
No, they've stopped it now. It was just they got cancelled. But it's 2 good seasons, and it's a lot of kung fu, and it's
You do like your kick punching.
yeah. The guy who plays Kublai Khan is Wong from Doctor Strange.
Oh.
Yeah. So there you go.
I think, yeah. Isn't his actual name Benedict Wong?
His name is Benedict Wong. Yes.
He played a character called Wong
Mm.
alongside Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mm-hmm.
How confusing would that set have been?
Benedict. How are you doing, Benedict? I'm doing very well, Benedict. I bet that's all they did, just all the time. It's just constantly like, yes, Benedict. Benedict.
Have you ever met someone else called Aiden? Because I don't think you have. If that's how you think you react with someone with the same name.
I have, and I only did it in my head because I didn't know them that well. But if I was working with them on a Doctor Strange movie, I would have just called them Aiden all the time.
Okay.
Under those very specific circumstances, will I do that scenario?
Okay. Let's hope I'm not there for that, because you're going to find it hilarious, and everyone else is going to be like, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Again, he's doing the thing again.
So who you've like seen pictures of Geralt of Riviera, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Who do you think should play him?
Fucked if I know.
Who could Netflix get? So you can't be like A-list,
So that's like,
but like a C-list movie
that's
star.
what I'm thinking. Like, C, maybe B if they really want to
C,
stretch and
B,
put some
they
money
could
into it.
maybe get. Yeah.
I don't fucking know, man. Like, because I'm trying to think, because he looks like he's like 40s, 50s.
Yeah, like old, but not super old.
Yeah.
Like but he has like the white long hair. But you could, I don't know who you'd get for that.
I don't know. Maybe they'll just go for an unknown.
They could just go for an unknown. Like Netflix usually does.
They do like going for unknowns, and it's
Or if
going
not
for-
unknowns, at least like people who are like kind of on the fringe. Like you're aware of them, but they wouldn't be like your first choice. You're not sitting there going like, oh yeah, Finn Jones, he should be Iron Fist. It's kind of like
we said that, didn't we? We said that when he was cast, didn't we?
yeah,
Oh, we're eating our words now.
he's fine. The showrunner's the problem, and he's doing Inhumans, which makes me very worried.
I think you mean Inhumans.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I forgot to pronounce the.
You gotta have the.
Sure, buddy. Real good.
What do we got next, buddy? What do we got next?
Well, if you look outside, you'll see that all these leaves are falling down, which must mean that it's
Spring.
it's spring in America.
In America.
But what it means is we're ramping up for the fall TV season, which means we're getting all them trailers.
Wait. It means we're getting a lot of shit trailers. The show's gonna get cancelled.
Yeah, we're getting all the trailers for the pilots of shows that are probably gonna get cancelled, which is fun, right? So what?
It's full TV madness. Woo! Episode title right there.
Let's talk about the ones that like we couldn't get all the way through.
The Resident. Let's start with that.
All right, so that one is basically like Grey's Anatomy, but with more Dutch angles.
And Sharon Carter.
And Sharon Carter, and
Which is never a disappointment. She's a pretty face to look at.
she's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah. But you know, I've got other ways to watch her. I don't need to watch her in this.
Yeah, you could just watch that one scene in The Winter Soldier, or a little bit more of her in Civil War. You don't need
You know what? I could just follow her Instagram if I want to see her pretty face. So
exactly. You could just do that.
That's what Instagram is for. This shit actress is quite attractive. Let's follow her Instagram. I don't care if she's a shit actor.
Ghosted.
Ghosted.
So this is coming from Fox, which
Yeah,
is notorious
and
for canceling things.
And it is freaking Craig Robinson and
Adam Scott.
I went to call him Ben Wyatt. I'm like, wait, that's not his real
Nope,
name.
Nope.
And these are both actors that are like
I like
feel
them.
like they're comedy actors that are big enough to be known, but not big enough to be super expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they've been on like long form, like really popular comedy series.
Yeah, like
But they've also been in movies. But you could still get them back for like to star on a TV show.
yeah, definitely.
They can sideline in a movie, but they can star in a TV show now. That's where
Definitely.
their fame level is at.
Yeah. So they're normal people and they get kidnapped by an underground government agency to fight
some bullshit.
ghosts?
They get kidnapped by some bullshit and they gotta fight ghosts.
And there was a scene in the trailer that was so close to being racist. Because like
yeah, Adam Scott is slapping Craig Ferguson
and telling him to fix the fax machine, like calling
give
him,
me the respect that I deserve, and it's just kind of like,
and it was like
oh.
you're doing a thing like they were co-workers, but he was in charge. Like, do the work, black man, do the work. I'm like,
it was very close.
It was
like,
I don't think it quite crossed the line for racism, but I feel like you and me looked at each other. We both were feeling like this very close to being racist.
very close. Like it's treading that line. Like Adam Scott is like, hey, now you've got a lot of leeway because you're Adam Scott and you're a big old nerd, but step it down a notch there, Hitler. Step it down a notch.
At the same time, I don't think it was him that made that decision.
No, I mean,
he's just an actor. He's doing what he's told.
There's some screenwriting. I don't know. It looks like I want to give it a plus because, like, hey, original idea. You know, that's not based off something.
And I do like both these actors,
but at the same time, there's a lot of cliches here, like the Indian British guy who's the tech support.
Is
cliche.
The same British Indian guy who's tech support in every movie and TV show.
I don't think it's the same one, but they're the same character.
Well, I've definitely seen that guy before. I know that. I know I've seen that guy before.
And it's some like, oh, we're a secret organization and we're hunting the paranormal and the ghosts and the aliens and whatnot. And look, the effects look good.
Oh yeah,
and it looks
fine.
like it's well shot, I guess, for a TV show. But it just kind of also looks tired,
and I think that's also going to be its downfall because with what good. Oh, I keep doing little burps. Sorry.
Yeah,
having a bit of indigestion. But yeah, it costs a bit of money to shoot it real nice and make the effects real nice. So if they're not getting the return on that money,
yeah. So
canceled.
How many seasons do we think? 1 or 2?
I reckon 2 because I feel like with the amount of money they'd put into this, they want to give it a fair try before they're like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. 2 seasons, then go on?
Yeah, 2 seasons.
All right.
What else we got? The Alienist.
The Alienist. Well, this is on TNT. This looks good, but at the same time, like it also kind of looks like I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah. See, from what I read, it's based on a novel. And it's like about a serial killer who kills boy prostitutes. That's what it said. Boy prostitutes.
Little boy prostitutes?
Yeah, so some black market boy pedophile raping.
Righto. So,
and it's got Baron Zemo and Luke Evans.
And Dracula.
Yeah. And one of
Dakota Fanning.
And Dakota Fanning, because she hasn't been in anything in 10 years. I feel like 10 years ago, Dakota Fanning was in everything, every second movie.
10 years ago, she was like a child star, like a little child actress thing. Now she's just Dakota Fanning.
I feel like every generation has that one small blonde female child actor. It was Dakota Fanning, then it was Chloe Grace Moretz. Who we got now that Chloe Grace Moretz is an adult?
The one that's going to be in Spider-Man Homecoming. She was in The Nice Guys. I forget her name. But she's the new one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just one in every generation.
Yeah.
So,
not even every generation, like every 5 years, there's a new one.
Yeah, true. So, yeah, and the Alienist is like there's one policeman and there's one guy who's like a psychologist.
Yeah.
And they're trying to catch this guy. Daniel Brawl looks really good in it. I'll give him that.
Yeah, look, it looks good. Like, of all these shows that we're going to be talking about.
We got to the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
We got to the end of the trailer. Like, there was a lot of trailers here for, like, police procedurals.
Oh, there was some shit where it was like, yeah, no.
Medical dramas. And it's just like, no. Cancelled. Gonna run for 7 seasons. I'm never gonna understand why.
Yeah, it's like The Resident. It's either gonna one season get cancelled or just go on obnoxiously
That's the thing
long.
with, like, these police procedurals and these medical dramas. Either they get cancelled straight away, or they go on for 12 seasons.
Yeah, just obnoxiously long amount of time.
like either they don't exist by like this time next year, or they're Bones, or Castle, or some other Grey's Anatomy
See,
bullshit.
Castle
Yeah.
is the only one that makes sense to me, just because Nathan Fillion just oozes charisma.
I don't think he has. Is that show ended? It's over now.
I think it's finished now, but it
Yeah.
went for an obnoxiously long time.
was like 12 seasons or
It
something.
was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think he's
And-
12 seasons of charisma.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a lot of charisma. I don't think anyone is 12
I know.
seasons
I'm kind
of
of
charisma.
glad Castle's over now, because if it was on, I'd watch it because I like Nathan Fillion. But I'm glad it's
just wanna
over
see
now,
him-
so he has more time to do other
I
things.
want to see him do more interesting things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there was a trailer for Destiny 2, which I don't think I talked about,
Mm.
where like they feel like they're finally utilizing his voice acting more.
Mm.
Because in the first one, he was literally just like a vendor that you'd go to sometimes. And that was only if you were Hunter class.
Ugh.
See? That face is like, why would you underutilize Nathan Fillion's
Why would
voice
you
acting?
hide Nathan Fillion away as a fucking vendor? That seems
Exactly, but
silly.
this trailer for the Destiny 2, it's like so much of actual him talking and making jokes, and like, okay, they're finally, using Nathan Fillion.
Mm. Oh, speaking of Castle, do you want to talk about Deception?
Deception.
Oh,
Deception is basically Castle, but instead of an author,
it's a
Magic.
magician.
which I like magic.
I like
And
magic.
you're black,
fine.
you like magic.
I hate TV magic. I like real, like someone doing a trick in front of you that looks like it takes skill. But like TV magicians are basically actual wizards because the shit they do,
Like David Blaine, have you watched any of his specials on Netflix?
that's all just like editing. All like.
Oh, not all of it. Especially David Blaine. He's one of the ones who.
Well, I'm not
actually
talking about
do some-
David Blaine. I'm talking about the Now You See Me. This
Oh, the
fucking
ones
shit.
in actual TV
Yeah,
shows and movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this deception bullshit. It's all just editing. None of it's like magic or like.
No.
It's basically like arcane runes sorcery.
Yeah.
Like there's no difference between what this guy's doing and Doctor Strange. Basically, there's no way you could say like, oh yeah, I just came in here and I set up and I cut this wall off and I set up all these things. I'm a magician. I can do this, right? Because I'm a magician. No, you fucking can't.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
You're not a fucking structural engineer. You're not a fucking builder. You can't fucking just use all these. No.
Yeah, because
No.
spoiler alert, magic isn't actually real. It's all deception.
Anyway, yeah.
Deception.
Fuck this. Fuck this show. It's gonna run for 7 seasons, and I'm not gonna understand why. Probably.
What was that other show where someone who wasn't a police helped out the police all the time? Medium, remember that? The chick who was the fucking psychic.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of these. There's a lot. Limitless. Castle. Deception.
There was another one. In recent years.
Ghost Whisperer. She just talked to ghosts. She didn't help the police. I don't think.
Was that the one with Jennifer Love Hewitt? She
Yeah.
talked to ghosts?
Yeah. Boob.
Do you know she's doing a show now where she's pretty much a prostitute?
What?
My
What happened, Jennifer Love Hewitt? Why are you playing a prostitute now?
She's not really, but what it is, it's called The Client List. My mum and my sister have been watching it.
Okay.
And it's like she works in a massage parlor.
Oh, a
And she
massage parlor.
She dresses up all sexy like and gives hand jobs.
Right, cool.
I'm just like, why is this a show we are watching?
Is it based off a real person, or
Probably.
does she solve crimes, or
No, she just gives hand jobs.
that's not a show?
And her husband left her. I'm like, why do you think you're giving hand jobs to strangers?
Like, I get why Secret Diary of a Call Girl was a show, because it was based off a real book, it was based off a real person, so that's kind
Yeah.
of like, there was a
It's
informational quality
Well,
to that show.
You know, they're
Also-
people. They can have stories.
Also, Billie Piper, which Doctor Who companion goes into a show which is going to be naked half the time. A lot of people are going to watch.
Billie Piper is an attractive woman.
She is. What else?
Except just British accents just don't do it for me.
Mm.
Just like Billie Piper, main example. She's so attractive and blonde, and it's like, hello, love.
I like it. Sounds like a Cockney gutter person.
Yeah, but she really does have that big Cockney accent, doesn't she?
Yeah, I like it.
You into that?
I'm into it. The Gifted. Let's talk about something that who knows if it's going to get cancelled. It's on Fox, but it's like a big old superhero thing. So
And
who
see,
knows?
in the wake of Legion, which you haven't finished yet,
I haven't finished it. It's real good.
You need to
I
finish
will finish it
You
because it
need
is real good. But
I want to talk about it with you.
I know. But I'm going through the same thing that I'm going through Master of None season 2. Like it's the same thing where like it's such a good show that
Wait, is season 2 of Master of None already out?
yeah, it's all out up on Netflix.
Wait, the season 2's already out. I thought it was like a while till season 2.
No, that came out like last week.
Did not know that.
Yeah, man, watch it. Real good. Like I've got 2 episodes left, and I'm saving them because like it's so good. They're like, you ever get a show that's just really good, and you don't want to finish it because then you wouldn't have any more of it. You wouldn't have something to look forward to anymore.
But if you do that, you never get to finish it.
Well, I'll finish it eventually, but I want to stretch it out. That's the problem with like releasing everything at once because like you can just like binge watch it and like and then it's done. So you want to savor it over a couple of weeks just to like savor the sweet taste.
I'm a whore. I want it all at once.
Sometimes but I like to. I'm feeling with Master of None like I want to save these last 2 episodes for a couple more days. Then I'll watch it.
And then you're gonna finish Legion?
Yeah, then I'll get to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is over. Fucking Arrow's going to be finishing soon. Flash will finish soon.
I feel like once those finish
Once
up, we'll
those are
do
done-
like a big old superhero episode. Superhero
Yeah.
TV episode. Because there's too many of them to dedicate an episode to each.
Mm.
So I feel like just one episode we'll talk about Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Legion, even though it was a while ago.
Mm. We'll
One
get
big
them
episode.
all out. And then maybe I could start American Gods. I have a whole bunch of things I
Yeah,
can start.
once Flash and Arrow finish, there'll be so much time.
So much time in my day, in my mind for other
See,
things.
we have those free months of the year where we're just like, oh, let's watch new shows now that the ones we watch aren't airing all the time.
It really is. Like,
It really is.
I feel like I'm free. Like there's nothing holding me to these shows. It's just
holding
me
you
going
back.
like, I don't have time. I have to keep up with this Flash. He's so fast. I can't keep up.
And it's just like I work, I'm like, oh, I want to start this new show, but 3 episodes behind with the Flash. Aiden's gonna spoil it for me in the podcast.
I will. I probably will.
Yeah. Well, freaking the MCU page spoiled Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for me.
I was just saying that Ghost Rider's in the last episode.
Yeah.
That was news ages ago.
But still, it showed his portal. That he came through a portal. I'm like, I didn't want to know that he came through
That's
a
the
portal.
same portal that he went into.
Shut up!
Of course. How else was he going to come out?
I don't know. He's Ghost Rider. Maybe
Anyway.
he punched Mephisto in the face.
It's a
Maybe
re-
Mephisto's a thing now.
It's a real good episode. And Ghost Rider, like he comes back and you realize why, like those first like couple of episodes with him in it were really good, and you're just kind of like, why isn't there a Ghost Rider show? Because he's just the best. He's the best part of this
maybe
last
now,
episode.
maybe now because of his popularity, he'll either be a mainstay on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or he'll get a spin-off.
Definitely deserves a
Or-
spin-off, or to show up on like a Netflix series.
Yeah. I feel like
'Cause-
he'd go good on Netflix.
He would. I would totally watch a Robbie Reyes Netflix
Do you
series.
think they'll ever do a Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider
Maybe.
now that he's actually pretty popular?
Maybe. Like I don't.
What do you think? Do you reckon they'll keep?
I reckon they might use him in the movies.
Yeah, but I was about to say, do you reckon they'll keep Robbie for the TV and then introduce Johnny Blaze in the movies? Yeah.
Yeah, like they'd have to, because he already exists in this universe. So they'd have to either just have a story where like he just exists now, or go like back in time and have him show up as like a new thing. So it'd have to be like a period piece set in like the 80s or something, or 90s, and then they could do it. They couldn't like just do it like, oh, and he showed up here in 2019. Like, no. He was hanging around in 2016, 2017, giving old Robbie Reyes some ghost powers.
Because isn't there a part in the comics where like the Spirit of Vengeance like leaves Johnny Blaze, but he's still Ghost Rider?
I think so.
Yeah, and that's how we get.
I
Robbie
don't
in
know
the comic.
all about Ghost Rider. I know a little bit.
I know a little bit, and I'm pretty sure there's a while where Johnny Blaze is still Ghost Rider, but he doesn't have the Spirit of Vengeance in him. He can just still be Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the only way they're going to get 2 Ghost Riders existing in the Marvel universe.
Anyway, The Gifted.
The Gifted, what we meant to talk
What
about.
we meant to talk about. So this is Fox's second X-Men series.
Yeah. And Legion was... pretty like well received all around the board.
So people are cautiously optimistic
Yeah.
for this one. So
The
what have
thing-
we
the
got? We've
thing
got
is, in Legion, they had a device which allowed them just to be fucking weird with it.
yeah, they could get like really weird with the visuals.
And I feel like that's
they
how
had an unreliable narrator, so they could like pull the rug out of people. Like, if you believe that something was happening, they could just say, "Or was it?
yeah, see, and
Maybe it still is. Maybe we're not in
and
the
I
70s.
feel like the weird
Maybe we are. You don't know."
I feel like the weirdness of Legion is what really made it work. They really steered into the weirdness
Yeah.
and just the extravagantness of it all. But I'm just like, it feels like this is going to be more normal, a more straightforward
Yeah,
story.
Gifted seems a little bit more straightforward. We've got a few more like recognizable X-Men characters. Blink is going to be in this series. She was in Days of Future Past, played by someone else, but she's in here.
'Cause why not?
We've got, so it's going to be about this family. It's very kind of heroes. So we've got the dad. He's hunting mutants. He works for the government. He locks them up, and now he realizes that his two kids both have mutant abilities,
And
pretty strong mutant abilities, apparently.
Yeah, and then he changes his mind because that's how it works.
That's how it works. And so it seems like they're going to be on the run from the government. They're going to be teaming up with this other group of mutants. Apparently, the X-Men and the Brotherhood don't exist anymore, or might not. So maybe, is this set in the movie universe? It's so hard to tell with these things. I don't think it is.
Every X-Men property, I just take it as its own thing now,
Yeah,
and I don't
every
try
movie
and
is in its
figure out.
own
Yeah, I just
universe.
don't try and figure out what it fits with
No.
anymore.
That's true. That really is what
And
you
it's
should do,
like
because
I
they only pay attention to the continuity of the last film, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
everything else is like, I don't know what happened.
Like, yeah, I took the new trilogy of X-Men as its own, like, First Class, Days of Future Past, Apocalypse. Those three are their own thing.
Yeah.
Just like X1, X2, and The Last Stand, their own thing. So just,
I know that time travel's a thing in this universe. Like, fucking everything's out the door. Everything's permitted.
yeah, it's just like, just fuck it. And I feel like once you get to the stage we're at, where you can just throw the idea of there being one cohesive timeline out the window, that's when you can enjoy these X-Men properties more.
Yeah. So, we've got two more trailers to talk about. Oh, actually, no. Let's talk about the Emoji Movie first, because we've got these two big old sci-fi things I want to talk about at the end. All right, the Emoji Movie.
The Emoji Movie,
This,
which it's the thing.
It is a thing. It's our one movie trailer for this week. I mean, there was a War of the Planet. There's a War of the Planet of the Apes trailer, which it looks good. I'm gonna see it. I don't know.
The Transformers.
I don't know. It looks
Robots
like another.
in disguise.
It looks like another Transformers movie. What am I meant to say?
Yeah, we watched it, and I was just like, it finished it, and I was like, I just don't care.
I do have one prediction for that movie. Anthony Hopkins is in it, talking about robots and stuff. I think that he's
a robot.
He is a robot, and he is also Merlin.
Okay.
Because there's like a part where like they go back to like King Arthur times, and apparently the fucking Transformers were a part of the Knights of the Round Table, some bullshit like that. So I'm thinking either Anthony Hopkins is a robot and is Merlin and uses because any technology too advanced will appear like magic kind of thing, or he is a magician and he is just a wizard, and they're just wizards in this universe. Because why the fuck not? There's a big old robot dinosaur. Why not a wizard?
It's just too much. These movies are just too much for me.
I'm betting that Anthony Hopkins is Merlin.
I'm
going to say that right now. I'm not going to see the movie, but I'm going to read a thing and see if it confirms my theory or not. But that's my theory going from these trailers.
Okay. Emoji Movie.
Emoji Movie. Meh,
Apparently it's the emojis, they live inside our phone. And there's like a full world. They live full lives inside our phone.
So it's Wreck-It Ralph and the Lego Movie, but emojis. But not as good as those two things. Because you hear those two things like, well, those were both surprisingly good. This doesn't look like it's going to be surprisingly good. It looks like it's just going to be meh, which I guess makes sense because the main character is meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right,
Emoji.
ladies and gentlemen. The main character of your movie is the meh emoji.
And apparently, the main plot device is he's not
He's
very
not
good.
very good at being
Meh.
meh. He's a lot of different emojis. Oh, doesn't just want to be one. And then there's a part where they're stuck at Candy Crush, which is your Wreck-It Ralph kind of part. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like I'm pretty certain Ricky Gervais plays the high five emoji. I didn't look it up, but I'm 100% sure that was his voice.
Like
And the poop emoji. Who was that?
it was Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart was the poop emoji.
Cool, sure. And
Or
it's
the chocolate ice cream emoji. depending
TJ
on how
Miller
it's
is playing the main character, which I like TJ Miller because he's really good in Silicon Valley, and I liked him in Deadpool. But
I'm very much with TJ Miller. Like, he seems like the kind of comedian actor where he just like throws everything at the wall and sees what sticks.
I mean, like if he gets like a role, like I'm not gonna be like, hey, how could you be that in that TJ Miller? He's not an auteur. He's a guy who needs a paycheck.
It's like I said,
Yeah.
he just throws stuff at the wall to see what sticks.
Yeah, he's got some agent going like, hey, we've got this emoji movie. I don't want to be in a goddamn emoji movie. Patrick Stewart's in it. Okay, maybe I'll be in an emoji movie. Who would I play? You be the lead role. I'd be a lead role in a large motion picture movie, a large animated motion picture movie. And I play an emoji. Yeah. Fine, sure. Cool. What? It could be good, you know? No one expected Lego Movie to be good. No one expected Wreck-It Ralph to be good. Where's the script? Have you read it? Yeah. Is it awful? Oh, it's dog shit, but it's going to make so much money. Probably. All right, I'm in. That's the
interaction.
That's the interaction, yeah.
Just see TJ Miller, he can be good, but he's a Nicolas Cage type. Just whatever role.
I wouldn't even call him a Nicolas Cage type because Nicolas Cage at least has moments where he gives Oscar-worthy performances, but then also really dog shit ones. TJ Miller just is.
Not the beast.
TJ Miller just is. He's just a guy. Like,
yeah. I will say my favorite moment
he
of
just
his,
is.
He won like an award for Silicon Valley. He won some award for it.
Oh yeah.
And when he went on stage to get the award, all he said was, "Some would say that award shows are bullshit, and that the gratification and respect of your peers should be all you act for, not for some stupid award." And then the next year, they got him to host the same awards show. So he literally insulted the whole institution of giving actors awards, and then they asked him to host the same show.
Gets up there, takes the award. This is meaningless. Thank you.
Basically what he said. And like, it's a perfect sentiment though. You shouldn't be acting or whatever for an award. You should do it for yourself and the respect and admiration of your peers.
Yeah. Anyway, Silicon Valley is really good this season. Like, I'm glad that show's back. That's been real good. So I don't care about this emoji movie. I don't care about the people who are in it. Like, if they needed a paycheck, sure, get your money. Don't expect me to see this.
Yeah.
Also, this is from Sony, so it's probably gonna bomb, and I don't feel bad for them at all.
No.
You want to know another
Give
thing?
Spider-Man back.
Spider-Man's gonna make so much money. That's going to make so much money, and Sony is going to get the complete wrong message because they're going to think, hey, we figured it out. We can do Spider-Man again. We're back. And then they're going to try and take him back, and then Marvel's just going to be like, no. He belongs to us now.
Yeah, what? Haven't they made that deal with him that they can't really take him back now? They've made that deal
No,
with Marvel?
he's in the MCU now. What the fuck are they going to do? What can they do? He's in there now.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Once
like,
you're in,
you can't
you're in.
take him out. And it's
Even
like,
if they take Tom,
they will make more money partnering with Marvel than
if they
would.
try and take Tom Holland back, Tom Holland will leave them and go and work for Marvel. Like he
And
has.
Marvel would make a joke out of it. They'd include him somehow. Like, hey, you look like this. You look a bit buggy, kid.
And he'd just be like, "Yep, I'm the Spider-Man." Like they would. There's no way that fucking Sony can have
One
Spider-Man
thing I was
back.
going to say to you that I almost forgot when we were talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh yeah.
I think next season, Spider-Woman. They need to do Spider-Woman. That'd be really cool. Apparently, she's done a lot of good arcs as a Shield agent.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're doing the story arc things and they're introducing some, lower grade superheroes into the show. Spider-Woman.
I'd be down with that. I'd be down with some Jessica Drew. Because originally, Alias, which is where Jessica Jones started off, originally was supposed to be about Jessica Drew. Burple. Originally supposed to be about Jessica Drew, but Marvel wouldn't give Jessica Drew to Brian Michael Bendis, so we just made a new character, Jessica Jones, who in a lot of ways is pretty much Jessica Drew, but slightly different.
Yeah.
Without her power set, and is just a little different.
Doesn't Spider-Woman have that weird power where she can make men fall in love with her?
I don't remember. A lot of these characters have powers that come and go.
I think she had this power for a while where she could release some pheromone which just made men fall in love with her. I'm like, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't think she has that anymore. I don't think that's one of the things she does.
Yeah.
Although I haven't been reading Spider-Woman. Last I heard, she was pregnant, so I don't know.
I don't know. No, I think wasn't she like pregnant and like Captain Marvel helped to give birth and some shit? Captain Marvel was helping her out somehow.
Probably.
Wasn't that like throughout Civil War 2, where like the rest of the Marvel universe was kind of just shitting on Captain Marvel?
I wasn't reading Jessica Drew at the Spider-Woman at the time, so I don't know. I've got a lot of catching up to do. There's a lot of things I'm behind on.
Yeah. I'm not reading Marvel right now, so
speaking
we'll get into it in the recommendations.
Speaking of comic news, apparently Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Panther spin-off, The Crew, which had like Storm, Luke Cage, Black Panther, and Misty Knight, got cancelled. I think it's going to finish its arc that it's on right now, but that got cancelled. Comic book series get cancelled all the time, and it was a spin-off, so I'm not too bummed about that.
Like, it's not like the characters are going anywhere.
No, they're not going anywhere. And Luke Cage is literally about to be in like Marvel is doing like a Defenders comic to like try and
with the show they do. Anyway, we got one more trailer to talk about. Star Trek Discovery, wasn't that it?
Yeah, Star Trek Discovery and all. Now, do we want to? Now, here's the question for you, Brett. Do you want to talk about the new Star Trek show first, or do you want to talk about the Star Trek parody show first? Or do you want to talk about them at the same time? Which is the better Star Trek show?
Neither, because I'm not really into Star Trek.
But like the idea, the idea of a Star Trek show. Yeah, you've seen the Star Trek movies.
Okay.
Some of them, one of them, any of them, anything Star Trek.
I've seen a couple of episodes of the show, which I really didn't get
How have you not seen the movies, though? Like, those are really big, like, really good movies.
Haven't cared. You have no idea how far not caring will get you.
That's true. I do know, actually. I do know how far not caring will get me.
So,
anyway,
they both the trailers had good elements.
So, you're someone who doesn't care about Star Trek. I'm a person who cares a little bit, and that I like the idea of Star Trek. Which to you seems like the better show?
I'd probably say Discovery, because it actually looked like it had some pretty cool sci-fi things. It looked like it was well shot and stuff.
Yeah, that's where I'm landing as well. Like, I'm a little bummed that it's like a prequel thing, but maybe I'm thinking it's not like a prequel to like the original show, but a prequel to the movie universe, because it looks much more in line
with
with
that
that
better
aesthetic.
right now.
Yeah. I like it. I like the look of it. It looks pretty good. I don't know if, like, I don't know where I was going. I had an entire thought, and it just disappeared out my head.
I think I literally just saw it just fly away.
Like, I could just feel like the thought
I
just
saw that
leaving
glimmer
my
in
brain.
your eye disappear.
Yeah, it was gone completely. Yeah, with Orville, which is it's Seth MacFarlane, and I think it's being produced or directed by Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
So Mr. Iron Man.
It had some funny moments.
It looks good. Like, they both look good. They both look good in kind of different ways. Like, Star Trek Discovery has a more kind of like dark look to it, a bit more kind of like the movies. It's a bit more kind of shading to it, whereas Orville looks very bright. It's very colorful.
And it had some funny jokes. Like, I like sometimes Seth MacFarlane has just fantastic delivery of lines.
Mm.
Like, I feel like the Banana Ray thing,
Mm.
his delivery is just what made that joke.
Yeah.
Like, we may no longer fear bananas.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the jokes in that kind of hit and missed for
Yeah.
me. Like, I
Well,
feel
that's
like maybe
very
over the
Seth
course of the
MacFarlane.
show, it would get funnier, or like they'd bring in like different writers and the show could get a bit more funny. We get to know these characters, and then that way we'd care about them, and it'd be like, oh, okay, cool. We care about these people now. This is interesting. But right now, I don't know
No.
who these people are. I don't know what this universe is. There isn't that immediate kind of connection of like, hey, it's the Star Trek universe. It's this big, expansive. It's the Federation. Woo.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, it's that guy from Legends of Tomorrow and bloody Family Guy.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, and there's one girl alien on the ship which looks like they went to a lot of effort to make her still look pretty.
Yeah.
It's like, she's an alien. You don't have to make her look pretty to human standards, all right?
I'm.
Were you thinking the same thing at this chick?
Yeah. Like they've just done like little alien things. Like, okay, definitely an alien,
But
still like
it's still like a pretty
symmetrical
human.
features and like pretty. Yeah.
Very Western ideals of beauty still on her face. Like,
I think
she's
that's
an
the thing I'm a bit more looking forward to with Star Trek Discovery, because like it seems the main character is a black woman, and the captain of the ship is Michelle Yeoh from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So you've got an Asian woman as the captain, a black woman as the lead, a bunch of alien shit as well going on. That looks cool. That looks like, yeah, it's a big old diverse cast going out into space. Looks like it's taking it seriously. It's going to have a big old adventure. That looks like it's going to be interesting. Orville, I'm really hoping is good, but I have a feeling it could get cancelled after one season.
Yeah.
Just because it looks real expensive to make.
Yeah, and if it's not like great, I mean, Seth MacFarlane, he has a pretty,
He's a
loyal
pretty good
following.
track record with Fox. Like, I think, did the Cleveland show get cancelled? I don't know if that's still going.
Did.
But like, they at least gave it like 6 seasons or something.
Yeah, I think Cleveland's back in Family Guy now.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, they gave they gave a spin-off show fucking like 6 seasons. So they're gonna give this
spin-off show that generally no one liked.
Yeah.
Like Cleveland Brown, he's a good side character. He's not a good main character.
So I feel like they might give the show a couple of seasons, but like if it's not bringing in a lot of viewers and it's not getting the returns that Fox wants, Fox does no mercy. They'll cut a show off like real quick.
Yeah, they don't have that Disney money.
No. Well, they do, but they don't like to spend it.
They have money. They don't have Disney money though. No one has Disney money.
That's true. Disney got a lot of money.
Yeah, no one got Disney money.
No one's got that Disney money. Anyway.
Yeah. Want to
I
get into some quick recommendations?
Yeah, quick recommendations. Master of None season 2 is up on Netflix.
Yeah.
Real good. Really enjoyed it.
And maybe we'll talk about it next week or something.
Have I talked about Dear White People yet?
No.
That's on Netflix. I like that. Different to the movie. Interesting. I liked it. It's worth watching. What else have I done recently? I started Uncharted 4.
Oh yeah. How far into it are you now?
I just got to Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where they're hunting for the graveyard?
Yeah, the grave of someone.
Yeah.
Some fella. I don't care. But it's good.
Captain Avery.
Well, I don't
Trust
remember.
me, you'll remember because they'll say his name a million times throughout
I'll
the
remember
game.
when I get back to it, but I played it for like 2 hours and I really liked it, and it's
great.
It's great. Like,
it's great.
Uncharted games are great, and I knew it was going to be great.
Yeah.
But like, it is a lot of it is like watching a movie, especially since like a lot of it is really long
sometimes you'll
cutscenes.
forget that you're playing a game. Then when it gets back to a game, like, oh shit, where's the controller?
And the gameplay is real fun. That's the other
It
thing.
is.
Like, it's this weird mix where like you'd be happy just to watch it as a movie, but then they also have this really fun gameplay in there as well.
Yeah, it's got some good shooting segments and
A lot of great kind of puzzle leveling stuff.
I feel like the puzzles in Uncharted 4 are better than the puzzles that have ever been in Uncharted.
Because the puzzles have always been okay, but not the
It feels
best.
like they've been an afterthought and they've been few and far between in previous games. But I feel like in Uncharted 4 they ramped up the amount of puzzles and the difficulty, really. Like, there was at least one puzzle where I couldn't figure out the answer and I was just trying things till I got it. But yeah. Anyway, I finished the second book of Why the Last Man.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like the first book, they were kind of playing it safe a little bit.
Yeah.
They're like, let's get the audience in.
Mm.
Then now that the audience is in, they had a couple of really weird volumes. Like there was one where he kind of got kidnapped. Well, not kidnapped, but I'm not getting into it because it's a spoiler.
But some shit went down?
It was a weird, like 2 issues of weird dominatrix stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he gets drugged and he wakes up and he's like tied up and like chicks there all dressed up in dominatrix stuff and
Okay.
yeah, they got quite comic booky at points.
Interesting.
And no, it's really good. I really recommend it.
I don't know what else I've been doing that's worth talking. I finished Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the new season. It's real good.
I've still got a couple episodes left.
I watched the last episode of Legends of Tomorrow. I hadn't watched that for like a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, I just watched it as well.
It's okay.
It's fine.
I've gotten less enthused about the show the longer it's gone on, and I'll still watch it because every now and then it'll have a cool moment.
It will,
but like it's a chore. Sometimes
all these CW superhero shows, sometimes they just make me cringe so much.
Yeah, a lot of their solutions to their problems are just kind of like, that's real dumb. You could have fixed this really simply.
Yeah, and just the way the characters talk sometimes. Like, in Arrow, I just watched the episode where he was quitting being the Arrow. You know that episode?
Yeah.
And just...
Oh, the one where he's trapped underground, or...
No, the one after he's trapped. Where he's, like, quitting being the Green Arrow. And there's at least 4 scenes where Diggle gives him the same speech.
The same Diggle speech. Like, come on, man. He's gotten way more grumbly as the season's gone on. Like, I feel like he started off talking like a normal person.
Both him and, Oliver.
They started off talking like normal people. I swear I remember Diggle talking like a normal person.
And I realized that during this last episode. I'm like, Oliver is doing that whisper talk thing a lot.
He whisper talks like, I am Oliver Queen. I think he's gotten like a better actor. He's gotten better, but I feel like
his main emotion is still brooding.
Diggle has gotten like, he went from being like the emotional heart of the show to, he still kind of is, but he's gotten way more like, I'm a grumbly.
And just, by the third time he was giving Oliver the same speech in that episode, I'm like, okay, we know what's going to happen. He's eventually going to change his mind. And what do you know?
Yeah. Which is like the opposite of like where the actor who plays Joe West has gone, where he has just gotten better and better. And it still continues to prove to me that like, never kill off this character. He is the best actor on your show. Do not let him go.
Yeah.
All of his emotional moments are great. But
I feel like The Flash is probably the best show for not having those cringeworthy moments for me. Because I feel like, the character interactions, it's still not how real people talk.
I think Arrow this season has been my least cringy.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we at least agree that Legends of Tomorrow is the most cringy?
Yes. Of the CW, 3 of them, it's the most cringy. We'll get into it more next week after, whenever there's spare time.
Basically, once all these superhero shows finish, we'll do the full, one episode.
And if there's not some big movie that week, we'll get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Anything else you want to recommend? Because I feel like other than reading Why the Last Man, there hasn't been...
I don't know
what I've been up to between.
I don't know what else I've watched. No, I think I'm done. I've got to get ready to go to Canberra soon.
Yeah, and I got some errands to run.
Yep. All right. So if you want to talk to us about any of the news we've talked about, or suggest some things to us, because we'll take suggestions, we'll do things. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/PCMR Podcast. We're also on Twitter at PCMR Podcast. We also have an Instagram account at PCMR Podcast. We have our own personal Twitter accounts. I'm at Aiden's Vlog, AIDANSVLOG.
I'm at MeMan125.
Spelled how it sounds. Good. Say your fucking catchphrase.
We have a cool catchphrase. But
no, you don't get a cool catchphrase.
I've been resigned to spell how it sounds.
That is your
finger guns.
Finger guns. We have an email account, PCMRpodcast@gmail.com. We have our website, PCMRpodcast.net. We're on YouTube. We're on iTunes. You can subscribe to both of those. We will see you next week. Hopefully our scheduling will be better. We're back on track.
We're back, babies.
Woo!
Yeah.
Outlaw country.